The great Stoic philosopher Marcus Aurelius once imparted a timeless piece of wisdom. You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. Acknowledge this truth, and therein you will discover your inner fortitude. In a realm where emotions often surge like tempestuous seas, how does one secure their steadiness? Embark with us on a journey through 5 Stoic teachings that are essential to gaining control over your emotions and steering through life's tempests with steadfast determination. Before we delve in, your support through a like would be greatly valued, aiding in the propagation of Stoic thought. Should you find yourself not yet among our subscribers, we invite you to join and ring the bell to ensure you stay informed with each new video we share. Lesson number 1: Understand what's in your control. Have you ever been ensnared by life's tempests? Not the physical squalls of wind and rain, but the metaphorical gales of unforeseen trials, letdowns, or abrupt shifts. The Stoic sages of yesteryear's Greece and Rome offer a timeless teaching that serves as a steadfast anchor amidst such turbulence: the dichotomy of control. Envision organizing an alfresco gathering only to have rain drench your plans. While the cloudburst remains beyond your sway, your response to it is yours to shape. You might rue the day or embrace the downpour as a refreshing twist, relocating the event or finding joy in the unexpected. Epictetus, a Stoic thinker who ascended from bondage to prominence, encapsulated it best: some things are within our power, while others are not. This axiom, though straightforward, harbors a transformative insight that can reshape our existence. Daily, we encounter countless scenarios, some we can steer, like our habits, readings, or acquaintances, and others that elude our influence, such as global affairs, others' deeds, the march of time, and indeed, the weather. Herein lies the Stoic intrigue. Our contentment hinges not on external occurrences but on our perceptions and reactions to them. It's our interpretation of events, not the events themselves, that stirs our emotions. Reflect on a past hurdle, perhaps a missed job opportunity. Initially, it seemed catastrophic, yet in hindsight, it may have veiled a silver lining, ushering in superior prospects or personal evolution. So, how do we operationalize this wisdom? Begin by discerning whether a situation falls within your realm of influence. If so, act decisively. If not, seize it as a chance to cultivate acceptance and flexibility. By fully grasping and embodying the Stoic tenet, we liberate ourselves from needless distress. We can traverse life's voyage with tranquility, aware that although we cannot dictate the winds, we can indeed adjust our sails. In an era often marked by disorder, the dichotomy of control shines as a lucid lighthouse, urging us to channel our energies where they count and to find peace in the acceptance that some elements simply lie outside our dominion. Lesson number 2: Reflect before reacting. In the swift-paced digital era where instantaneity is often lauded, the practice of introspection might appear archaic. Yet it is precisely this act of halting and contemplating that can serve as our lifeline in a society that prizes quick-fire reactions. Imagine the myriad choices we encounter daily, ranging from trivial selections like what to eat to monumental life decisions such as career paths. The breadth of these choices is immense, but it's not their scale alone that's significant. It's how we address them. Picture a typical situation. You receive a message that irks you. Perhaps it's a peer critiquing your work or a friend's casual remark. The instinctive response may be to become defensive or irate. But what if, rather than plunging into that emotional maelstrom, you stepped aside? This brief detachment doesn't mean you're stifling your feelings. Rather, you're granting them room to unfold and be comprehended. This reflective exercise isn't about passive resignation or evasion. It's an active engagement with our innermost thoughts and emotions. It involves inquisitive introspection. Why did this remark strike such a chord? Which of my beliefs or past experiences are shaping my current feelings? Is my knee-jerk reaction truly reflective of the current scenario, or is it colored by previous encounters? Moreover, pausing to reflect before reacting cultivates empathy. By affording ourselves time, we also extend the courtesy of perspective to others. Perhaps that colleague was under pressure, or the friend was oblivious to the impact of their words. Through reflection, we unlock a pathway to comprehension, not solely for ourselves but for those around us. In personal relationships, this practice can be foundational. Consider the misunderstandings that could be circumvented, the bridges that could be fortified rather than incinerated. It's within these moments of contemplation that we discover clarity, empathy, and kinship. In professional realms, the capacity to deliberate before acting is priceless. Leaders who exhibit this trait are often more esteemed and effective, perceived as considerate, balanced, and sagacious. Their choices, shaped by reflection, tend to endure. In a world that seems to operate at lightning speed, the the act of reflection becomes a quiet rebellion, a potent declaration that we refuse to be carried away by the tides of immediacy. It's a pledge to our own well-being and the caliber of our engagements with the world. Ultimately, to reflect before reacting transcends mere habit. It's a philosophy, a lifestyle that favors depth over superficiality, comprehension over rashness, and lasting bonds over ephemeral exchanges. It's an inward journey with far-reaching outward effects, molding not just our responses but the very essence of our existence. Lesson number 3: practice dispassion. In an era that often resembles an emotional whirlwind, the concept of nurturing dispassion may appear misplaced. Yet, a closer examination reveals its profound and transformative essence. Dispassion is not about stifling our feelings or becoming apathetic towards our surroundings. Rather, it's about developing a balanced outlook, a serenity within chaos. Visualize the ability to witness life's happenings and your own emotional responses without being capsized by them. Recall the last time you were engrossed in a compelling film, experiencing moments of suspense, thrill, or even sorrow. While immersed in the narrative, you were cognizant that it was merely a film. You didn't leap to aid the protagonist or comfort the weeping character. You watched, you experienced, yet you remained seated. This is the crux of dispassion: to be profoundly involved with life, to feel its spectrum of emotions, but also to recognize when to stay seated in your mind's theater, observing without being ensnared by the plot. In our contemporary world, brimming with incessant news, updates, and alerts, this practice becomes a lifeline. Reacting fervently to every tidbit of information would render us perpetually drained. Dispassion serves as a cushion, enabling us to interact with the world sustainably and evenly. Dispassion is also crucial in our interpersonal interactions. We've all encountered heated discussions and disagreements. In such instances, dispassion can mean the difference between constructive dialogue and destructive quarrel. It empowers us to listen more attentively, to respond instead of reacting, and to manage conflicts with insight and elegance. Fostering dispassion begins with self-awareness, regularly introspecting, recognizing what sparks our emotions, and deciphering our habitual responses. This introspection creates a pause between provocation and reaction, granting us the liberty to choose our responses, to act deliberately rather than impulsively. While dispassion may seem akin to detachment from life's delights and sorrows, it actually amplifies them. By not clinging too tightly to outcomes, we can engage fully in the experience, relishing each moment without the pervasive dread of loss or alteration. Embracing dispassion is about seeking balance in a constantly shifting world. It's a compass directing us toward inner tranquility, steering us through life's diverse landscapes with poise. By adopting this practice, we not only enhance our own existence but also impart peace and lucidity to those in our orbit. Lesson number 4: ask yourself, will this matter in 5 years? Life's journey is dotted with tests of our endurance, patience, and outlook. From trivial mishaps like a coffee spill to profound hurdles such as conflicts with dear ones, our existence is marked by episodes that stir a spectrum of feelings. In the fervor of the moment, it's all too easy to be consumed by the rawness of our sentiments. A botched deadline, a sharp critique, or an overlooked anniversary can seem catastrophic. Yet, a potent inquiry can alter our viewpoint and usher in lucidity. Will this matter in 5 years? This question acts as a temporal gateway, propelling us into the future to retrospectively evaluate the current instance. Abruptly, that fiery dispute or lost chance is perceived anew. The concerns that consume us today will likely diminish to mere annotations in our life's grand tale. Reflect on the tribulations and anxieties of 5 years past. How many persist as significant today? How many have faded, eclipsed by fresh encounters, insights, and recollections? This insight is both humbling and emancipating. Employing this query as a frequent benchmark aids in sorting our worries, enabling us to discern fleeting troubles from those with enduring consequences. For example, a challenging day at work may seem insurmountable now, but in the vast narrative of a lifelong career, it's merely a single page. This broader view also nurtures resilience in the face of hardship. Recalling the grand scheme can alleviate stress and foster solution finding. Rather than being mired in the immediate issue, we can devise strategies, adjust, and advance, aware that time often yields clarity and resolutions. However, it's not solely about diminishing our concerns. This question also prompts us to concentrate on what genuinely matters. To endow our deeds and choices with enduring impact, we must invest in bonds, self-development, and experiences that endure through time. In a society fixated on the present, will this matter in 5 years? stands as a guiding light toward a life filled with intention, perspective, and tranquility. By consistently revisiting this question, we can gracefully traverse life's fluctuations, ensuring our vigor and focus are channeled toward what's truly significant. Lesson number 5: Keep a Stoic journal. Journaling, a practice revered across various cultures and eras, transcends being a mere chronicle of events. It is a vessel for self-exploration, personal evolution, and mental clarity. The Stoics, renowned for their focus on self-awareness and self-improvement, embrace this ritual wholeheartedly. A Stoic journal is not just a log of daily activities. It is a sanctuary for contemplation, a forum for self-conversation, and a lab for examining emotions, choices, and responses. It's the juncture where the outer world is filtered through the sieve of personal ethics and convictions. Picture concluding your day by reflecting not only on the events that unfolded but also on your reactions to them. Why did a certain remark disturb you? What sparked joy amidst routine? By analyzing our daily experiences, we begin to decode the patterns of our mind, identifying the triggers that influence our mood, the principles that steer our decisions, and the routines that sculpt our existence. Marcus Aurelius, the Stoic emperor-philosopher, maintained a journal, now known as Meditations, intended as a private counsel, a space for self-guidance, reaffirming Stoic doctrines, and steering through life's trials with sagacity. His entries reveal a leader wrestling with his duties, emotions, and existential role. Yet, one need not be a sovereign to reap the benefits of Stoic journaling. In today's world, rife with distractions and incessant information flow, carving out moments for introspection is more vital than ever. A daily journaling habit serves as an anchoring ritual, instilling clarity within disorder. Over time, this discipline can yield profound realizations. You may discern recurring stressors, prompting shifts in perspective or direct action. You might discover that practices like expressing gratitude or engaging in mindfulness enhance your disposition and perspective. The emerging patterns become a compass for personal development. Moreover, a Stoic journal cultivates accountability. Through consistent reflection, we take ownership of our responses and choices, making it challenging to overlook repeated errors or dismiss poor judgments. Instead, we are encouraged to learn, adapt, and mature. In essence, maintaining a Stoic journal is akin to having a sagacious, impartial confidant at your side, ever present to hear, ponder, and advise. It signifies a dedication to self-growth, a deeper self-understanding, and a commitment to leading a life congruent with one's deepest values and principles.